You guys, I'm back with another video, and this is going to be a three-part video. The first one's going to be about my garlic thyme roasted chicken breast. Yes, so let's get started into this video. I'm just going to go through it kind of quickly because my video is a little bit quick in this, so I want to make sure that I explain everything to you. So first thing is, the first video that you saw, the first part of this video was the chicken that was sitting in some buttermilk and sriracha hot sauce, which is an Asian hot sauce that I used. I let that brine overnight. I actually set it, well, it was actually sitting in my refrigerator for 2 days. You can do this the day before you decide to cook this, which is really good because I like my chicken to have some moisture to it and added flavor to it, which is why I let it sit in the buttermilk and sriracha sauce overnight. It just adds extra flavor, and it absolutely keeps your chicken so freaking juicy. You guys, I have never tasted juicy chicken like this before until I started doing this to my chicken. So if you want some really juicy, I mean juicy chicken, do this. So I let it sit overnight in buttermilk and sriracha sauce. The sriracha sauce ugh, I can't talk today. The sriracha sauce is just there for added flavor. Trust me, it's not there for any heat. You won't taste any heat. Your mouth won't be burning, nothing like that, because of all the buttermilk. So once I let it sit overnight, I took it out and I rinsed off the buttermilk, and then I washed my hands, of course, and I'm also washed out my sink because I don't want to cross contaminate anything. So then once I did that, I then after that showed you the ingredients that we're going to be using for my garlic thyme chicken, which is of course garlic thyme, butter, some Himalayan pink salt, and some garlic pepper. So what I did was I let my chicken just sit over some napkins. I wanted to remove any excess juice or any excess water from it because I want to make sure that my chicken roasts and that it does not bake. Roasting is just a method of dry heat, hence the reason why your chicken has a nice crisp to it versus when you bake it, it's kind of soft and the skin is very pliable and all of that. And we don't want that. We want some roasted chicken. So after I let it sit and let it dry out a little bit, I then transferred it to my roasting pan, and then we're going to slather it like Paula Deen used to do with butter. If you don't want to use butter because you are on a healthy journey, you can definitely use olive oil in this, but I wanted to use butter because I wanted it to use butter. So that's what I did. I made sure to slather that butter on all sides of the chicken. And then once I did that, I'm going to start inserting the garlic and the thyme. I used 2 sprigs of thyme for each breast, and I used 2 garlic cloves, rough chopped, and I just divided that into 3. And I'm inserting that between the skin and between the meat of the chicken so that it can get inside of the chicken breast and it can really flavor that chicken so that you can really taste the garlic and the thyme when you eat it. And then once I did that, I then laid on 3 more sprigs of thyme on the outside of the chicken, more so for decoration, but also for flavor as well. And then after that, you're going to make sure that when you're doing this process that you also preheat your oven to 450. You do not want to place your chicken in a cold oven, so you want to make sure that your oven is nice and hot before you place it in there. So I preheated my oven to 450, and I let it do its thing for 30 minutes. Now this is kind of the hard part. You may want to look into the oven and make sure it's cooking, but don't do it. Leave the oven. Don't open it, let it be. Let it sit there and do its thing for 30 minutes, and then after 30 minutes you can come and check it and it will be done. Now I will say this though, every oven is different, so you do want to make sure that you check the meat, make sure that it's cooked. You may have to let it sit there for another maybe 5 to 10 minutes if your oven is a lot different than mine. I have an electric oven, by the way, so you want to make sure that you do monitor your chicken because ovens are different and ovens act differently. But as long as your chicken came up to 165, you're good to go. So once I let it bake and do its thing, popped it in the oven there, and also I forgot to mention I'm seasoning my chicken too. Don't forget to season it. This is the crucial part. So I'm going to season my chicken with Himalayan pink salt. I absolutely love Himalayan pink salt. I've been on the bandwagon with it, and it's been coming out lately, so everybody's been wanting to use Himalayan pink salt. But I will say, if you don't have it or if you can't get it, don't worry, just use regular sea salt if you have that on hand. And then after I did that, I sprinkled on the garlic and pepper on top of that. And then Now it's time to pop it into the oven. And like I said, don't open the oven. Please don't do it. Reconsider, okay? Andre 2000, by the way. But anyways, let it roast and do its thing, and voila, you guys, you have some good roasted lemon garlic chicken breast. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the next one, which is going to be my creamy parmesan kale, love, and good eats. Peace, you guys.